Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns 2. Today we have another Zelda 2 Randomizer standard tournament match. It is Swiss round 4. It's almost over. One more round of Swiss after this. We have Rikuplayer versus crossproduct, both who I believe are 1 and 2. So today someone is definitely going to be moving on to the brackets and the other person's going to have to win in their next round in order to move on. And I am joined tonight by Nightcrawler on commentary, so I am going to hand it off to you.
Thank you very much, Norinato. All right, so yeah, great to be here. Great to be hosting another Zelda Speed race on Zelda Speed Runs. I guess that's where they go, right? So yeah, we got a Zelda 2 randomizer race between Rikuplayer, who I've seen a little bit of in the tournament, and he plays weeklies every now and then, and crossproduct, who I don't think I've seen too many of his races before. So I'm not really sure what to expect from crossproduct. But you know, these guys could be amazing because they have the same win ratio as me, and I'm amazing. So you know, anything could happen. So yeah, one of these guys is going to do better than I did this round, and another one is going to be in the same boat as me. All right, so we're in Northern Palace. It's in a tiny little swamp at the start. That's a pretty small swamp for Dig Shake standards. Nice pea bag in the desert encounter, and crossproduct spending it immediately on a life level. But typically I like to spend my points a little bit later. Yeah, you know, if you are down on some hit points and you level up, then you'll automatically gain all those hit points back if you level up life. Alright, so crossproduct is making a little turnaround to go to this cave. Finds out, just like Rikuplayer did, that it's the sad end of Jump Cave. It can be a little bit harder to go through the cave, one of the rooms that way. Alright, meanwhile, Rikuplayer has found Harktina Cave. This is one of the caves that can have an item. All the P-bag caves and caves that normally have containers or special items or, you know, spell items or anything like that, they can all have any one of the important items in Zelda 2 randomized onto them in Zelda 2 Randomizer. Unfortunately, crossproduct got himself a little bit surrounded. There's a lot of stuff flying around the screen on his side. Not a very friendly grade. But Rikuplayer finds the grass location, a very nice place to pick up items. Yeah, the fireballs that those flying eyeballs the Moas drop are actually super strong, and so it's no surprise that a death happened as a result. Now you know from that flying eyeball that this is Palace 4. Ah, nice! That's brilliant. So there's a little bug that happens when the raft, I think, is on the same vertical sort of row as the raft tile, and it causes you to like raft over, go on like a little magic carpet ride before you get your item. At least I think that's how it works. So the raft, that should actually tell them the approximate location of the raft tile, unless I understand that bug incorrectly. Crossproduct is trying to farm out some levels from this red iron knuckle, but the thing is that, you know, it can be a little bit hard to get that iron knuckle without downstab, without hurting yourself. I mean, obviously downstabs don't hurt iron knuckles, generally speaking, but you can use it to bounce over. Otherwise, you have to time a jump very well. Rikuplayer finding the opposite end of Saria. And without the fairy spell or Bagu's letter, you can't get across there. You need one of those two. Alright, crossproduct saving up. Just another 10 experience and he will have his first sword level up. Sword level ups tend to be the most useful level ups to get in the game. And he wants it, so he's going to be taking on this orange iron knuckle. Takes a death. hopefully doesn't take too many more deaths. With good rhythm, the Dairas are pretty easy to defeat, but you know, until you find that rhythm, it can be tough. Oh, excuse me if I said Iron Knuckle. Is that Grandma? Is a Grandma Sprite an option as well? No, I don't think anyone's made Grandma yet. Disrupt Rot. But yeah, this is a brilliant sprite made by Plan. Especially when you see Downstab. Downstab is awesome. Alright, so we have the Magic Container Cave on Rikuplayer's side. Rikuplayer is finding a lot of these caves first. So far, both of them are having a little bit of difficulty with the combat. But they should make it over the difficulty hump once they get Downstab and a few more levels. Finding boots, it's a very good item to find, especially early on. That means there's less backtracking. You don't have to worry about, oh, did I, you know, was there something across this river that I couldn't cross earlier? Was there something over this beach that I couldn't cross? So it saves you time not having to go back to those locations. And additionally to that, oh, you got a possible hint? Nope, no hint. Cross product, picking up his magic container out of Heart Container Cave. Yeah, additionally to that, walking on the water tiles prevents enemies from spawning, and that improves the speed at which you pass through the game. In addition, oh, that's a lava bath right there. These guys just aren't on the groove yet, I think. Takes a while sometimes. But yeah, in addition to that, when you encounter an enemy on the water, they just disappear instead of initiating an encounter. So it's definitely a time-saving thing, and you can sort of abuse that. Alright, so that Red Iron Knuckle claimed a victim. One thing you want to watch out for is if you're fighting an enemy who's above you on like a ledge, you don't want to get too close to them, because if you jump up to attack them, oftentimes they're gonna have like their hitbox overlap yours when you jump, and you'll just take a hit automatically. Alright, Bagu's house. Good times. That means that Rikuplayer can cross Saria and get to the other side, which will possibly take him to an unexplored area of the continent. Well, it will be unexplored, but possibly it'll be a better way to access than other options. And he'll get a free spell out of it, because Saria has a nice, easy-to-get spell. Alright, so Rikuplayer finds the far end of the grave, the one that you normally use to go to Palace 3. However, it might be just leading to that grave that we see right there. Or, well, one of those two was the grave. The other one was Parappa. Yeah, entering this cave, grave, pretty much proves that that pass-through cave is pretty much worthless. The grave pass-through. Alright, I'll use my foot pedal then. Okay, so forced encounter down here at Rikuplayer's side. He found one of the nice little easy ways to get through. What a strange bridge. Oof, almost zombie moded out of there, but didn't quite make it. Meanwhile, Cross Product is still exploring some of the caves that we already saw Rikuplayer explore. So I'd say Rikuplayer... oh, nice little free life there. Rikuplayer's got several minutes advantage here. And we find GP. It's sort of in the middle of the continent, although you have to go through that little strange walkthrough area with a bridge that's kind of been built. I guess it's more of like a slipway or something, isn't it? If it's going onto the land like that. But it takes a game over and we'll have to start over. This might be a good time for him to go to Saria, use his note, get the spell there, and just start exploring from where that was. Alright, and you can see there on Rikuplayer's side, on the right of the screen, that was Great Palace. He's going to want to keep that in mind and not forget where that is or anything. Another item cave for Rikuplayer. It's Medicine Cave. This can be a tough cave in the dark, but since they all start with candle and Swiss flags, it's a pretty easy one. No Bagu Bagus in this, which is a little surprising. Maybe they just didn't spawn in traveling in that direction for some reason. Bagu Bagus spawn in sort of an inconsistent way. I don't really know exactly why they don't spawn sometimes. Level 2 sword. Level 2 sword isn't too powerful, it seems. I think Cross Product is about to find, in another minute or so, Cross Product is about to find the walk over bridge sort of thing. Oh, you're gonna want to pick up that pea bag right away before you get an axe in the face. Before you get it. Cool. He's got it. Alright, well, unfortunately, some sloppy footing there cost him his life, but the other Dyra is going to stay dead. I love the Blade Beam just being a thrown bowl. Just a thrown bowl. Tat faster. There you go. Alright, well, there's the flute on Rikuplayer's side. And that is useful, I'd say, in about 53% of races. Because in about 3% of races, the River Devil actually blocks something, does his or her job. And in these flags, in 50% of the races, it can be blocking one of the dungeons, one of the palaces. Which, we're on 6th gem, and we're going to be on 6th gem this whole tournament, so you need to clear all the palaces. I foresee a death coming soon. Oh, no. Made it. Alright. So, Cross Product deviates from Rikuplayer's play by going through Saria and picking up the shield spell. That should help him with combat. Go west to find the magic jar. That's... not a great hint so far. And it looks like Cross Product has found P1. I guess he was just marking it on his tracker real quick. So P1 is close to Saria. That's pretty good to know. Cross Product is checking in Rudo here. Go west to find the raft. Another pretty useless hint, but that is not considered by the randomizer to be a useless hint. The randomizer considers that magic jar hint to be useless. And that will be the only so-called useless hint. Alright, and we got a hint for the trophy. So that's going to be on the overworld. Was it go east? Okay, so it could be on the overworld or in New Kasuto. That's what the go east means. It's either on the 2-item caves, it's in the desert, in the water spot, or the 2 places in New Kasuto. 500-point P bags in Palace 1. Oh boy. Worth it. Yeah, okay, so one thing, crossproduct jumped into P1 early, probably hoping to get the item and clear the boss real quick. He's probably still going to try to go. However, it's worth noting that the logic does not expect him to be in Palace 1 yet, because he doesn't have a key and he doesn't have Fairy. You need one of those two. So the logic's like, hey, what are you doing in here? Now, it could have been something good. You know, maybe the game was going to give him Fairy as the means of passing through doors, but instead he can pick up, you know, Magic Key in Palace 1. So something like that would be nice, but just a 500-point P-Bag, not the best. However, crossproduct's in a great position to defeat Horsehead and get level 5 Sword. Which would set him up for some pretty good gem abuse, and it would have him at a very good sword level. His magic, he could have probably leveled up his magic. Don't kill the bubble. That's literally pointless. Why is he doing this? Okay, so the reason this is pointless is because look at his experience. It says 625 out of 1550. Oh man. Okay, well, it was worth like 150, or 200 experience. That's like the maximum amount a bubble can be worth. That's a lot. But at the same time, he's just gonna cash in his gem when he's at like 800 experience anyway. So all that experience is gonna go to waste, unless he farms bubbles, which is a thing he could do. But he's gonna want to mash that attack button faster if he does that. And that's not something you would normally do, but in this case, it would let him get. Oh no! Do not try to body check your way through this guy. Oh, 500-point P-Bag. Okay. All right. So we got Fairy on Rikuplayer's side. So now Fairy is expected to be able to go into palaces. Yeah, I guess. Ooh. Yeah, I don't envy crossproduct here. He's gonna die. Yeah. And that's all that experience. And that's all that bubble farming out the window. On the bright side, with only Magic 1 and Life 2, he could go in there and just kill one bubble and, you know, be able to abuse the gem. I mean, that's the point of abusing the gem. You kill a minimum of enemies and you get the max amount of experience. But he decides to nope out. Not entirely sure why. I think he still had some keys. He could have gotten to attack 5 and never gone back to P1 again. But he's going to be picking up Fairy, and hopefully he'll come right on back. Yeah, the boots are pretty nice. I wish they were winged boots, though. Actually, I think they are. I think in the instruction manual they are winged boots, even though they don't fly or anything. Maybe they're like penguin wings. Okay, so since Rikuplayer has Fairy, he's going to be able to get downstab. That's why he's in here. However, crossproduct doesn't have Fairy, and he doesn't have medicine, so couldn't really do anything there except get some hints. Which means he's going to have to duck in there 1, maybe 2 more times throughout the race, which is a little bit of a waste of time. He did gain some information, I hope. I didn't actually see him pick up the hints, but I'm assuming that's why he was in there. There's that downstab for Rikuplayer. Now he's going to be feeling a lot more confident. Hope crossproduct hurries up and gets that, because it's pretty legit. It could possibly even be too legit to quit. What's up, the kid? What's up, Langwing? XCOM. Sure, I already said hi to you there. Oh, it's been an okay day so far. I got next week off, mostly. Oh no. The snip? Yikes. one of these two racers is going to get the snip snip at the end of this race. Well, not entirely. They're 1 and 3, so they can still get into the brackets. Even the loser here can get into the brackets. Alright, so Rikuplayer has found P1. And he is not gem abusing, it looks like. He's just getting levels as they come. Which tends to work out. Like, honestly, I love abusing gems. Oh man, this is going to be the worst possible way to gain experience for Rikuplayer. But, you know, honestly, for Zelda players, 555 is fine. But he did save some time here. Unless he picks up 50 plus experience. Oh, 20. Yeah, no. And he's actually going to go back to try to get a little bit more experience so that he can get a better level out of this. Maybe 2 bad levels or 1 good level. We'll have to see how this works out. He's probably going in for the palace item. Now, the sad part, possibly... Oh, pick up the key. You only have fairy. You don't want to use your magic. The sad part is... Actually, no. If you picked up his key on the way back, you could use it in the next palace. I should have thought of that. Anyway, the sad part is, if he doesn't know that... Oh, yeah, he picked up the level. So, he's going to get the P bag, and I think some of that experience is going to go to waste. Or maybe he got the hint. I heard someone saying P bag in Palace 1 before it happened, so maybe there's a hint somewhere. Alright, and now he's going to be picking up the fairy because he doesn't want to die. Don't blame him. I don't want to die either. Alright, Cross Product looks like he's going to be checking out Death Mountain. Rikuplayer saw this Death Mountain entrance and decided not to go inside, but it looks like Cross Product is going to be checking 3 of the entrances and leaving. Oh, nope, all 4. Okay, just took it in kind of a weird order. And it looks like he might actually be digging Death Mountain. That's a little bit strange of a play to make. There are 2 items here, but he can only get one of them now, and it's possible he... Oh no, he has boots. He can get one of the items now for sure. Well, 99% possibility he can get the items now. Alright, so now when Rikuplayer places the gem, he's going to go up to the next level. Oh no, he went back to the start of the palace. Alright, so he's going to get like 810 experience when he turns in the gem. That's not horrible. But if things had worked out for Cross Product, he could have gotten a lot more experience in that. Because the attack levels they cost a lot more, and it would have been attack level 5. So that probably would have been like, you know, almost 2,000 experience he'd be picking up instead of 800. But, you know, as I mentioned, levels don't mean that much in Zelda 2 Randomizer. Most people who play the Randomizer can beat the game at 555, and the max levels are 888. And 555 is pretty much... It's almost impossible not to get 555 when you're playing through the game. Could have sworn Cross Product already did this town. Just using it for its pass-through. A little weird to check the hints again, though. Maybe he forgot if he had checked that hint. And that one. Okay. Yeah, I believe Cross Product made one of the trackers for this randomizer. So, yeah, he must not have put whatever information down on that tracker. Or, maybe there's no place on that tracker for like, oh, did I check the towns here? See, okay, on Rikuplayer's side, you see one of the nice uses of the boots. This area of the continent is otherwise inaccessible. If you don't have the boots, you can't get here. And what do we got here? We got Peabag Cave. And a Peabag in the Peabag Cave, and it's a big one too, nice. He has taken a lot of bops on the way here, which is a little weird, but hopefully he can get this red diorite mopped up. Another 50 experience. He's probably hoping to level up on the enemies here, which would level up his magic or his life, and get something super important, like the glove. The child, that's pretty good. Okay, so he can't level up here, but he's only got a little bit of experience left until his next level. He might even decide to kill these small enemies to try to get a Peabag drop, but he got a jar drop, so it's going to be a few more enemies before he gets his next drop. He's still going to be going for it, though. Meanwhile, crossproduct has been the first to cross the sea. Missed the child, though, so didn't use his boots to the fullest. That could bite him in the butt. They don't have any of the essential spells yet. A fairy is a possible essential spell, but you absolutely need both Reflect and Thunder to beat this game. Oh, there's a magic key. That's definitely nice. It's not the most important item, but it's certainly an item that's going to help out. At the same time, Rikuplayer used his boots to get the child, and I foresee Rikuplayer coming across that magic key at some point. Unfortunately, he didn't come across it yet, which is too bad, because he's got a Palace 3 or 6 here. He's deciding not to do it. That's a wise move, because Palace 3 and 6 have the most globe blocks out of the palaces in the game, except for GP. And there you go, a level. Deciding to take the magic level instead of, waiting to get the life level, which would have basically been a free life, because he just died because he had no health. But there is a palace nearby, so if he really is desperate, he could just go and reset there and get his lives back. Oh god, he might be desperate. Okay, yeah. So, he's on his last life, and he's already taken a bop. But he's got some safety water here. As long as he's on that water, he's good. Yep, invisible moas. They'll do that to you. Alright, we got a lone tree here, and there's no forced encounter there, so we know that's Nukasudo. So once they find the hammer, they can go and break that open and get the 2 items in Nukasudo, well, potentially if they have the spell and enough magic containers. And they probably have enough magic containers already. And they'll also be able to get an extra spell there. So between the 2 items in Nukasudo, the spell, and the item that's blocked in Spectral Rock, there's a decent chance that a hammer is going to be required at some point. Not 100% certainty, but a decent chance. Rikuplayer is going to be picking up his next free spell, though. Technically, this is a spell item. 2 hands cupped together with water in it. That's a spell item. And in fact, you can hold on to that water as long as you want, so I guess this thirsty lady is not particularly picky about how much water she's drinking. Rikuplayer is deciding to dig the rest of the town for some information. Meanwhile, crossproduct is heading through Mido to get some hints, I suppose. And if he doesn't have downstab yet, he's going to be picking it up now. It's a little weird that he... I think he messed it up. He possibly messed it up. I messed it up. Okay, so he's going to have to... And you can't talk to that grandma either. Yep, I did this the other day. Okay. Yeah, so... What went wrong there is... When you jump, you do like a ducking animation. And I guess that's considered pressing down. And so when you cast a fairy spell, it holds the last input you had. So I guess it was basically holding down. So he couldn't go inside the door because it technically considered him as holding down, and he couldn't talk to the granny because it was technically considering him holding down. So he had to walk back out. Fire's Thunder? Nice! Alright, so this just changed from a game of swords to a game of sorcery. Real quick. They got fire, so Rikuplayer is going to be leveling up his magic. Because fire gets real cheap. And this is kind of a sloppy search pattern from Rikuplayer. So if he doesn't come across it quickly, I'm not going to envy him going back over what he missed. And he found P2, I think. Might have been P5. I didn't see if he stabbed for the jar. And crossproduct is making good use of his downstab here. It's a much safer game now that he has that. I'm actually a bit surprised that he left the Western continent without downstab. And you can see now why I love the downstab for this character sprite so much. She takes the bowl off the top of her head and, like, puts it under her feet and, like, just stomps it into enemies. It's pretty great. And if you jackhammer it, it looks like she's just bashing people downward with the bowl. Oh yeah, definitely Fire Thunder. Very nice. Yeah, okay, so yeah, if the statue didn't have anything, it's definitely P5. Rikuplayer, yeah, having a hard time finding the last item in Maze Island. So yeah, kind of the sloppy start to the search pattern is causing him a lot of grief now. Now he's wondering, okay, what didn't I check? I don't really remember. Maybe it's past this encounter. It's possible. We had something like that the other day. It's not too uncommon, but it's really annoying. Get the free life. Definitely useful, especially since he doesn't have the magic key yet, unlike crossproduct. Oh, no item there. Gotta go through that encounter again. Since he doesn't have the magic key like crossproduct does, he's gotta burn magic and basically lives to get through doors. And P5 has a lot of doors. But he's going to be wanting to level up his magic a lot now. Simply because he has Fire Thunder. And that'll also help his ability to go through doors. But Fairy never gets like super cheap unless it's Fairy Fire. Okay, finally found the item. Oh, and it's the worst possible item he could have gotten. Wow. Not cool. But look at how cheap fire is. Just one bar? Or was it? And look, it was in an obvious spot. And he's not deciding to do P5. There's no glove box in P5. He has Fairy. He can complete P5. I guess he's just not confident in defeating Blascuma. That's really the only reason you would nope out of it. Or maybe he's really wanting to get the magic key first, which, you know, totally understandable. Normally you wouldn't bet on that, but if he does bet on that, he's going to be... it's probably going to pay off for him, assuming he doesn't just miss it. Did he? I guess. I didn't see that. It happened so fast. Alright, Rikuplayer picking up the hammer. I think he was considering up and A and going back for a Spectral Rock. However, he should know that he's pretty close to Nukusudo still, so might as well head back. I feel really bad for missing Palace 3 for cross-product. It must have been a really fast P3. I've mostly been paying attention to Rikuplayer because, for the most part, Rikuplayer's been ahead of cross-product. So my apologies if I missed something cool like that. All right, now crossproduct is picking up his fire spell. Hopefully he'll test it out. It looks like he's going to. Still pretty expensive from at Magic 3. And actually, like, if he was going to try to if he was going to try to grind up his levels, this would make him second guess himself, because Fire Thunder is pretty much the best thing ever. And if you're grinding up your sword levels, you're not really using Magic Thunder that much. So, you know, you would maybe pick up sword level 5, and then at sword level 6 you just pick up a bunch of magic levels. Or, you know, like 2 or 3 magic levels. But he doesn't yet know. He's only tested what it isn't. It's not fairy, it's not jump, it's not shield. But it could still be reflect, it could still be thunder, etc. And also, keep in mind the game doesn't consider... Oh man, this is totally free for Rikuplayer. Now, how does he keep on ending up with zero health at all times? Every time I look at him, he has 0 health. It's the darndest thing. It's uncanny. Meanwhile, crossproduct is looking through Maze Island. Hopefully he finds all of the items quicker than Rikuplayer does. Oh man, the experience is just flowing for Rikuplayer now. And he's probably... I don't know, he might just pick up like every single magic level he can get. Yeah, there's no way those skeletons are worth very much. Not worth the grind. The Drippers can spawn all sorts of different enemies, and occasionally you'll see a racer that farms the Drippers. Usually you only see that for blue Iron Knuckles that roll up in experience, or Moggos that roll up in experience. I think Moggos can be worth 300, maybe even 500 experience a pop. And they go down in one or... If you got a very sword level, 2 hits. Sorry, if you got a very low sword level, it could be 2 hits, but otherwise it's like 1. Because they share the HP of the bots that normally spawn from those Drippers. But they have all the other attributes of the normal enemy. So you can get experience really fast there, and while farming, you know, Stelphos for 30 experience a pop might sound fast for, you know, just a casual playthrough of Zelda, it's really not. Alright, so he's found the medicine Rikuplayer has, and crossproduct's still looking around for his Maze Island items. Now the thing about the medicine is, since he has Fire Thunder, that actually reduces the chances that the next spell that he gets is going to be useful to him. Because if he gets Thunder, which is one of the possibilities, I mean, he's already got a better version of it. He's got a cheaper version that does the exact same thing. So, it's basically, it has to be Reflect to be useful to him. I mean, if he doesn't have life yet, I mean, he'd probably like that, but life isn't critical. And I saw crossproduct take an unfortunate death. He's trying to get a little bit more experience to level up. The Zoras can be a little tricky unless you have like a very high sword level, or you can get him cornered, but he does manage to pull it off. I find these blue Lizalfalls to actually be fairly easy to defeat, especially in the open like this. It can be tough in confined spaces, like long hallways and caves. They're worth a lot of experience, and they're not that hard. Crossproduct wondering which level to take, strangely going for the life. I guess maybe he's on his last life and he wants to make sure he doesn't die, but that's going to make his leveling up strategies a lot more difficult from now on. Oh, where are all the hearts? At this point, they're probably in all the palaces that they're not checking. Neither of them picked up a heart. They're all in there. Somewhere. I think in later stages of the tournament, you start with 3 and you can pick up 4, so that's a maximum of 7 instead of 8. Well, Rikuplayer thundering the Moggos and finding out that they're only worth 100 experience, so they rolled down and experienced quite a bit, those Moggos. That's a 500 would be nice. 200, eh. If Rikuplayer wants to get more than one level out of this palace, he's going to have to pick up a lot of experience really fast, which is going to be tough if, you know. I mean, this is Palace 2. There's not a whole lot to it. Hey, Lufia. And with enemies that are not mixed... Oh, this is a dead end, Riku. You gotta turn around, buddy. I mean, it has a key and all that, but he does have Fairy. Wow, he wants his death. He wants his skill. Oh, it was 20 experience. Nothing like that 200 earlier for the slow ones. Yeah, although the bubbles look the same, they're actually considered to be different enemies in the game code, the slow ones and the fast ones. And actually, Eastern and Western enemies are considered different enemies in the game code. So even like the bots, the blue bots in different palaces can be worth different amounts of experience. And can have different amounts of hit points. And of course in GP, those bots are totally different. That's the way they are in the normal game, though. Oh, noping out? That's a strange choice. He had everything he needed to finish. Oh wait, no. Yeah, glove, right. That's a thing. Did he get glove blocked? I don't think I saw a glove block yet. Okay, cool. He better pick up his key soon, because he's really close to where crossproduct picked it up. If he misses it again, he's probably never going to see it, and it's probably going to just burn away his experience. Meanwhile, crossproduct is killing the bubble. Yeah, I mean, it's worth 200 experience, but you're going to kill the boss here, and the boss is going to be worth at least 500. So, okay, it's worth 100 experience, still. Okay, so Reflect Get, that just turned out to be the right item. Sorry, the right spell. So he doesn't have to look for any more spells in the game. Old Kasuto holds the last required spell. Crossproduct still farming. Maybe gonna be leveling up his magic? No? At this point it's gotta be swords. Yeah. Look how expensive life is. So, yeah, taking that life level in Maze Island kind of screwed up his level up strategies. But little does he know, because I really don't think he's tested it. Little does he know it's Thunderfire, and he hasn't invested anything into magic. Thunderfire is free. It's just the greatest. Well, at least neither of the runners have glove yet, so I kind of feel like it's anyone's game still. Alright, here you go. Rikuplayer is getting his magic key now. Now things are going to start to go a little bit better for him, but it's looking like a Death Mountain play might be the right play to make. You've got two items in there, and you can access both of them as easily as you could at any point in the game. He has the glove. Sorry. He has the boots for getting over the water and using the coast of Death Mountain to check out more stuff. And in fact, boots can be required in Death Mountain. Or they can be helpful, or they can not be, but they're usually very helpful. And in addition to that, he's got the hammer, so he can get Spectral Rock, and that's just sitting out in the open. So, I mean, the more places these guys check and without finding the glove, the more likely a Death Mountain dive is going to be. Or it could just be in some random palace somewhere. They have all the tools that they need to actually explore the palaces, except for the glove, so it could be in a glove-blocked palace. Or maybe it was in P5. I think crossproduct is in P5 now, so... And I don't think we've seen the item here. Crossproduct is on life support at this point. Oh, took a block to the head. That's no bueno. Died, but fortunately has already cashed in his experience. Meanwhile, Rikuplayer is checking out New Kasuto, Oh, 7 magic containers, so he still needs 1 more to get that item. Let's see. Checking for hints. Still looking for that glove. A hint for the glove would be just the best. Yeah, Lamgwin, like Victor Santa Fe was saying in the chat, and XCOM was saying, yeah, fire is linked to another spell because fire is typically worthless in Zelda 2. You can use it in the international versions to defeat a few enemies that you can't otherwise defeat, but in the Japanese versions, you could just stab them, those enemies. So it was literally even more worthless in the Japanese version. But because it's so worthless, they decided to link it to a spell, and it's a random spell that it's linked to, except itself, of course, and it happens to be Thunder, one of the best attack spells in the game, or the only attack spell in the game, so I guess it's the best. Alright, spell has been used. If this is either the glove or magic container, it's good. Okay, no. It's a heart container. Wow. Yeah, it's a vanilla spell, but not the vanilla spell item. Close, though. Vanilla spell item is a magic container, the last magic container. If this were a magic container, that would have unlocked the other item room in New Kasuto, which would have been another chance for the glove. However, did not quite work out that way. So he's going to top off in his magic so he can cast Thunder a bunch. And I mean, you know what? Like, with Thunderfire, Blue Lizalfos are just the best because you can just walk along casually, collecting 600 experience at a time by killing like 2 of them at a time. It's wonderful. Unfortunately, the River Devil was blocking correctly. There was no way past the River Devil, but at the same time, the River Devil didn't have anything to block. And crossproduct takes a death. Still in P5, you know, good on him. I think P5 is a little overly feared by most Zelda 2 randomizer players, or at least, you know, except for the really good ones. A lot of people really fear P5, but the only thing you have to fear in P5 really is the possible fairy block. See, look at that. 300 experience, just like that. And he was able to get through. So he's going back to the Western Continent. Rikuplayer is. He's probably going to be heading to Death Mountain. That would be the smart play. Meanwhile, crossproduct finds the item room in P5. This could also be big. If this is the glove, then yeah, he's going to be feeling really good. Oh, and he did discover... Oh, it's just a P-back. Dang it. That makes me sad. But he did discover the power of Thunderfire. And so he leveled up his magic from magic level 3 to magic level 4, and that's why he's probably going to go for next magic level 5. That'll refill his experience. Sorry, that'll refill his magic, which will let him cast fire even more. And it'll make fire even cheaper. Oh no, dude. They're just Stalfos. You don't... They're not worth very much. Alright, well there's a level up. Meanwhile, Rikuplayer is checking in. He's not checking Death Mountain at all. He's checking P4. This is another good play. He has Reflect now, so he can finish P4. And P4 has an open item. You don't need anything. There are no possible glove blocks here. Yeah, Zelda 3 is a Link to the Past. Although they were initially planning on making a third Zelda game on the NES, and I kind of want to see what that would have looked like. If there's any like documents in Nintendo, I desperately want to see them. Because Zelda 2 was so different than Zelda 1. Imagine what Zelda 3 would have looked like. Would it be a return to form? Would it be something completely new? Would it be a sequel to Zelda 2? Nobody knows, except for the couple of people who've seen those documents at Nintendo, and we're working on it. Oh no, another life level? Really? Rikuplayer? Well, he got his kill on Karok. That's an easy kill. I mean, if I were him, I would have skipped the life level. If he's going back in for the item, he would have picked up a few more experience points along the way, and then he could have leveled up something useful like magic or sword. In fact, I find. Oh, what? You can kill that fire for 20 experience? What the heck? What was I just? He killed fire for experience. That's a thing? Fire's an enemy? I'm sure it's some random trick, but that's weird. Fire is in the experience chart. I mean, these enemies have... There's like a chart for how much experience they have. It's not like something that comes out of the works. It's written ahead of time. That's weird. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Zelda 3 was Castlevania 2. Yeah, kind of. No, I don't think Randomizer would let you do that. I think that's just a thing. Dick Chick hasn't added any new enemies. He's just activated. Oh, if you cast fire here, do you get experience? Anyway, yeah, he's activated the orange enemies, but he hasn't made any new ones. The orange Bird Knight. Yeah, I've never seen them drop experience before. That's nuts. Like, why? Why is it like this? If you cast spell, do they turn into bots? I mean, I guess they would, wouldn't they? Took quite a beating right there. All right, and let's see cross-product fight Boss Guma. His levels are decent. As long as he sticks and weaves pretty good, he should be all right. He's got the fire spell cast on him. That's what turned him red like that. Now in the randomizer, you can't actually change what color the shield spell turns you. Unfortunately, not doing so well here. Cross-product was trying to use the safe strats, which are slower, but you do still have to get a rhythm for the safe strats. I don't really know what else cross-product would want to do in this palace, so I think he realized he's already got the item. There's nothing else he can do except for fight Boss Guma or leave. Oh, actually, Trails, I think I know what you're talking about. These statues can be killed ahead of time, and that will prevent them from dropping magic jars. Cross-product's not doing so well against Boss Guma. I think fearing Boss Guma too much really causes you to tense up, and like that's why I kind of feel like going for the safe strats, you're really just putting yourself at a disadvantage. You're putting yourself at like a mental disadvantage. Oh, he tried to fire it? That's funny. Yeah, that doesn't work. You actually can kill Thunderbird with fire, though. But that breaks the game, and that's not good. You have to restart. It'll just soft lock if you do that. Won't drop the key. It's like killing Thunderbird with fire is like super impractical because I think fire only deals like one damage to him. And you know, if you got like 8 attack, then what are the chances that you can cast fire like 8 times, or however it works? But yeah, it's not easy, but you can kill Thunderbird with fire and destroy your game. Yeah, personally, I favor a more aggressive strategy with Boss Guma. It just puts you in the right mindset. You can't let him win. Just go all out, man. There's a good aggressive rhythm, too. I think it's almost as safe, or even safer in some ways, than the so-called safe strats. Rikuplayer, you're going to have to go for Death Mountain at some point. No. Okay, hold on. So we have P2, P6, and Death Mountain. That might be. I haven't really been keeping track of all the palace item locations, but they've checked pretty much all the overworld locations. I can't think of anything they haven't checked. And they still have the trophy to find too, so one of those items is going to be there. But here it is. Spectral Rock, that's one of the 2 items. What's it going to be? Oh! New Kasuto item opened up just right now. So what's he going to do? Is he going to look for... Hammer Cave? Or is he going to go for the new Kasuto item? Because it's easier, and it's in the direction that he wants to go. If he goes to New Kasuto and it's not there, and then he has to come back, that's a big waste of time. So he's put himself in a precarious spot. I think he's just going to go for the NK item. But NK's kind of on the far end of the continent, so this could be a trek. This could be a little bit of a waste of time if it doesn't turn out to be the glove. I don't think there's a Hammer Cave item, Trails. I think it's rolled to 0 hammer blocked locations. So on the overworld, on the western continent, there can be anywhere between 0 and 3 caves that are hammer blocked, and I think this time it rolled to 0. I didn't see any. Just nab that little red jar there. Yep, with Thunderfire, basically Link becomes a wizard. And I don't think cross-product... Ah, he's gonna make it! Zombie, almost. Run! What he might not know... Oh, he didn't have fast casting on. That's too bad. Well, okay, Rikuplayer, I'll talk to the lady. She might have that last hit you're looking for. Oh, it's not the glove. Yes! Yes! Alright, talk to the old lady. No, you don't want to talk to her. Okay, yeah, she's going to have the last hit then. There's also a possible hint location in Old Kasuto, but there's no guarantee it's for the glove. You know what? I kind of feel like Randomizer should make one of those hint locations glove. Or something good. Who cares about the cross? Or the candle? To some effect, even the magic key. Although, you know, that's a good hint, I guess. But if Link is a wizard, he'll turn evil? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, all wizards are evil in Zelda, pretty much, right? What is Rikuplayer looking for? Is he going to try another palace? Without the glove? I mean, that's an option. It's probably not the best option, but it's an option. I say... Oh man, he wants this level, and then hopefully he'll just up and A go back to Death Mountain. Alright, well, there's that hammer for cross product finally. Oh no, Riku's gonna take a death. Oh no, he avoided the invisible Moa. Cool. And avoided the Scorpion, which is also a pretty nasty enemy. If cross product... He up and A'd after getting the hammer. If he goes immediately to Death Mountain and searches it. Oh man, Rikuplayer taking that bop. If he goes immediately to Death Mountain and searches it thoroughly, he could end up with the glove before Rikuplayer does. Alright, so Rikuplayer got his 6th magic level. I mean, this is where I think you up and A and you go to Death Mountain, but maybe you gamble on a palace. Well, he has a child. This is a little weird. It seemed before like he didn't care about upstab like the last time he came here. But now he's coming here for upstab. Maybe he didn't have fairy last time, or jump? I think he did. He did. Or maybe he's just finding it and I didn't notice. I apologize if that's the case. I wonder if he's going to get the spell, because he doesn't really need any more spells. So it'd be a little bit of a waste of time. But maybe it would make him feel more comfortable if he had the spell here. He's walking out, so that could be... Alright, so cross-product breaking the boulder is going to get his next magic container, which is going to open up the new Kasuto item to him too. But he doesn't know that the new Kasuto item requires 7. He knows that he can definitely access the new Kasuto item now, because that's the most it can require. But he hasn't actually seen new Kasuto in person. I'm assuming he knows where it is, because you can deduce its location. Oh, Rikuplayer getting Thunder. That's a burn. Meanwhile, crossproduct is checking for Hammer Cave. Keep it up, buddy. That could be the winning play, seriously. There's a lot of caves in Death Mountain, though. Now, if it's in none of these... Oh... Alright, he's just gonna go through here. He hasn't checked all the caves. Like, he's having his dessert before he finishes dinner. Basically. Oh, their levels are almost identical. Oh, another heart. Where is this? This is one of the eastern caves. I guess Rikuplayer found one of the eastern caves that he was missing. Oh yeah, where was this? They searched all around the eastern continent and didn't find this. Guess that's another reason why he didn't check Death Mountain. That's a good reason not to check, if you haven't seen a cave in the east. But I kind of figure if you're already at Death Mountain, you know, maybe put a little more weight on that. At the same time, it could be in whatever palace is behind Valley of Death here. And wait, have they found the desert tile item yet? I haven't seen it. Maybe there's just a big chunk of the of the eastern continent that they haven't looked in. Oh, cool. Alright, so crossproduct has found the coast, which is really nice because that allows you to access any of these sort of broken off locations, although he's kind of picking one from one area, one from another area. I mean, personally, I like to be more methodical. But, you know, you do you. You don't want to miss where it is just because you checked, you know, some cave and you didn't check the one right next to it. Nobody's seen Hammer Cave yet. No. Yeah, if someone's seen Hammer Cave, they would have gone in. It's pretty much a given. You know, maybe if you're low level and you don't have candle, then maybe you don't go in. But you probably do even then. Hammer Cave's not that bad. Alright, so here's the last cave that crossproduct can check with the help of the boots. Now, because he wasn't methodical with this... Oh, well, never mind, forget it. I was going to say, if it's not this one, he's got to walk all the way back up to the north area and check that again. Because he missed, like, you know, 3 caves up there. Or he just takes this cave and sees where it goes randomly and just forgets about the other 3 caves. But it happened to turn out that it was the last cave in the south, so, you know, egg on my face, I guess. Oh, Rikuplayer is checking P5, I think. Yeah, this is Eco Room. This is the same color and tile set. We know the glove's not here. He could be just trying to clear it, which, you know, that's smart enough. Alright, so this is not a sure thing on cross-product side, but it's pretty close to sure. There it is. There's the up and A. Even though he was burning 929 experience, that's definitely worth it. Definitely worth the time it takes to walk out, especially from such an isolated place, and make your way back. Alright, cool. So, this puts cross product in a great position. He has all the items, all the spells that he needs. I don't think these players have life though, so random deaths and game overs could be a thing that have these players swap positions. Hopefully, cross product he really compounds this advantage that he has and takes the race. If he does a lot of game overs, if he has trouble finding palaces, that'll give Rikuplayer a chance to make a comeback. Cross Product is still trying to get some experience. I think the 220 experience mark's a little high, but this is Palace 6, and he does have Thunderfire, even though he's not using it on the Blue Iron Knuckles. If you're trying to level up, kill those Blue Iron Knuckles. That's what I gotta say. Oh, lots of enemies didn't spawn on that screen before. Okay. Oh man, that Blue Iron Knuckles only was 70? That's like a maximum roll down. It's gotta be. And we had an up and A on Rikuplayer's side. Alright, and a 500 point P-Bag on Cross Products. He might actually make the next level before he places his next gem. Assuming he defeats Barba. He was having a hard time with Boskuma. Hopefully he has an easier time with Barba. Because Barba can be difficult if you are not, if you're kind of in a bad groove. Wait, am I an idiot? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay, this is Palace 4 actually. Oh man. Okay, yeah. Palace 6, my butt. Yeah, that's a Palace 4. See, this is why I lose. That jump is pretty distinct for Palace 4, and so is this little drop here. Fortunately, I was correct about the palace that Rikuplayer is in. You can get a little confirmation on that by looking at the windows. The windows are unique to every single palace in the game. Although Palace 4 doesn't have any windows. Or maybe that's 5. No, Palace 4. Okay, Cross Product's picking up the item here in P4. That's not bad. That's probably what he wanted most of all, to help with his Boskuma encounter that he's, just gonna have to get a rematch on. But yeah, you could see just there on Rikuplayer's side that Fire does have a nice side benefit for casting it. Sorry, Thunder has a nice side benefit for casting it, which is that it will clear all enemy projectiles. That's very useful in certain situations, and I feel like not enough Zelda 2 players know about that, so there you go. Especially if you have Thunder Fire, and it's super cheap, Yeah, why not use it to clear some bullets? Why not? Okay, Rikuplayer checking through this hallway. This is the wrong way though, and he up and A's again. It must have been pretty far back wherever the last fork was from up and A. And you can see Cross Product with this Thunderfire. He's kind of suffering from not activating one of the optional flags. Well, it's not even a flag really. It's just a player setting that you can turn on or off freely of your own free will. But doesn't factor into the game. Fast casting. If you have that selected, you can just cast spells most of the time. Whatever it's selected on. And every time he's casting Fire Thunder, he's pausing the game. And maybe he has fast casting turned on and he just forgot about it, but it is costing him time. Alright, Rikuplayer finds the Eco Key drop, and so he's going to transform into a fairy, make his way up here. Not going to come back for the key because he doesn't need it. That is the only potential block in P5, the Eco Key room. Now, does Rikuplayer not have fast casting on too? I think there's some advantage to having fast casting turned off. I just don't remember what it is. I think cross product is looped somehow. However, having cleared so many enemies... Oh no! Yikes. That's kind of one disadvantage of the normal Nintendo Entertainment System controller, assuming that Rikuplayer is using it, which there's no real reason to assume that, but the start and select buttons are a little bit hard to access, whereas in other controllers you can set, start and select for different things. I have my select button set to like the Z button on a Nintendo 64 controller, and it's very easy to access. I don't have anything special for start though, so that still takes a bit. Alright, well, the mighty boss Karok is doomed. So that'll put these two racers even with each other in gems. However, Rikuplayer is fighting Boss Guma, and he has tons of resources and great levels, so I don't see him losing this even after taking 2 bops and having a little bit of a sloppy style for Boss Guma. Oh yeah, he doesn't have life, so maybe this won't go well. Although, only a few hits left, so... Oh, after all that experience, Cross Product still has to take Magic 6 as his gem level. And Rikuplayer successfully clears P5. Good job. So he regains his gem lead, but I still think he's behind overall because he's refusing to dig Death Mountain. Alright, Magic 7. Things are getting real wizardy now. Well, that might be, but you gotta take every single seed as a separate beast. And he's gotta know. There's hardly any items left. There's hardly any item locations left in the entire game. It's pretty much Death Mountain and, like, I don't know, the P6 item location? Maybe the P3? I don't know, P2 still, I don't know. But there's not a lot left. And I think the only item locations that are left are in potentially glove-blocked palaces. So you don't want to search glove-blocked palaces for glove, unless you just happen to find it. But, it's entirely possible, though extremely unlikely, that glove is not required. Alright, there's the horsey for cross product. Oh wow, the scorpions are worth 300, nice. Not that it matters at this point, geez. 3,000 experience to the next level. Nobody's getting another level traditionally. At this point, it's just going to be levels from gems. I mean, I say that, but I guess that's just 10 blue Lizalfos or Scorpions, so it's not that bad. Since they have Fire Thunder, it's even something like that's possible. You could kill 10 blue Lizalfos really fast in Maze Island if you really wanted to. You just, find a convenient location near the palace, cast your Thunder, walk back into the palace, go back out. Lizalfos will be back. Rinse, repeat. Wouldn't take too long. But, I mean, they don't need to do that. They're at 676. They're going to be at... I guess they're going to be at 677 after the end of this level. Unfortunately with the gems, though, there's not a whole lot you can do about controlling where your level ups go after this. So, unless he holds on to his gem experience and hopes for a traditional level after getting that gem experience, you're just going to see life 7 and then life 8 for Rikuplayer. And then if he has another palace after that, he has another palace after that. So it'll be Sword 7 or Magic 8 after that. Probably Sword 7. Xeno Pokemon Master giving us the hype. Nice to meet you. How's your afternoon going? Or your night, I guess, at this point. Even the sun's down even for me. Alright, you found New Kasuto. Nope, you haven't. That's not New Kasuto. And Rikuplayer's going back in for the item. I don't blame him. The P3 item is very easy to get. Usually. But any potential advantage that he would be getting for skipping these items by being glove blocked out of them, he's going to lose by searching the palace, if that makes sense. In the unlikely event that none of the main palaces are glove blocked, and he can just waltz into Barba and Helmet Head, and he's already got that Rebanak under control. So, in the unlikely event that happens, then if he searches Death Mountain right before T-Bird, then he actually might, in a way, save some time by not checking the whole palace. But if he's just going to go looking for these items, well, yeah, he's going to get the cross here, the trophy, or another heart container, or a P-bag. There it is, last container. Meanwhile, crossproduct is going to be picking up his New Kasuto items, which he doesn't really need. I believe at the end of town, he will get his heart container, if he does go to the end of town. And hopefully he'll feel comfortable at that point, with max magic and 6 heart containers. Since he's picking up the spell here, he can just finish this town up and be done with it. He probably wants life. And it would be interesting if he lost his potential lead by checking all the towns for life. I think we know at this point life is going to be in Rudo. So it's possible that Rikuplayer, in searching, say, Palace 2 or Palace 6, which are the last item locations that we don't know about, he'll find the trophy and get life, and with that life spell be able to complete Great Palace, whereas cross-product might not be able to. So that's a potential that's a potential possibility if these guys are just off their game in combat tonight. Then whoever has a life spell, I guess, could have the advantage, even if they get the glove super late. That's a possibility. Yeah, good to hear that your night is going well, Xeno Pokemon Master. Oh, thank God. Okay, that's good. I wouldn't want to dig Death Mountain without the glove. Sorry, not Death Mountain. I wouldn't want to dig P6 without the glove, because, yeah, P3, it's shorter, it's easier. it doesn't feel so bad digging that without the glove. And it has like half... it's got like half a room left of potential glove block, or a third of a room less of potential glove block. Just because there's one room that if you enter it in a specific way, it can be glove blocked in P6. But P3 doesn't feel so bad because it's so much shorter and all that. But I wouldn't want to do P6 without the glove. So, fortunately, he feels the same way, and he's searching Death Mountain. Hope he doesn't, like, nope out of it, get frustrated. It's still possibly anyone's game, honestly. If crossproduct had successfully killed Boskuma, then I might not think that. But I do, because he lost to Boskuma, so... If you guys are, you know, having a hard time with Boskuma, okay, Rikuplayer is going in the right direction, so this won't take too long. And then that could actually put Rikuplayer in the lead. And he's not going to be... I want to say he's not going to be searching for any other items, but at the same time, he knows that the trophy is going to be in one of those last two palace item locations. So, is he going to go full Joshi D? The questions. The possibilities. Oh, you got to be careful with that cross product. Oh yeah, he almost took a bath in the lava by casting Thunder. Interesting thing about casting Thunder, and Rikuplayer's found Hammer Cave, fortunately. So Thunder kind of counts as if you're attacking normally with your sword. So when you hit an enemy with that, if they don't die, you actually get knockback as if you would hit them with your sword. So you don't want to be jumping over lava and then hit like one of those unicorn hits, because they generally survive. They generally survive Thunder. I can't really agree with cross product taking on this this particular Rebanak in P6. Maybe he got it confused with the other Rebanak, the Pastor Rebanak. But see, the thing is, this guy just leads to the item, and it's probably going to be the cross. I guess he doesn't have as many items, so he doesn't know. It's the cross. Okay. So the trophy's in P2. Yeah, we've got a little expression. If you get all the unnecessary defensive items and stuff, you are full Joshi D. I don't think that counts levels. But if you have like a cross, if you have a spell, if you have life, that's full Joshi D. Well, that's pretty much it. I don't think it counts... oh, Candle. It definitely counts Candle. What's going on, Hitaka? Yes, bless the RNG. We have a race again, honestly. And I'm going to stick by what I said a few minutes ago. With cross product, if he had finished P6, he would still be in the lead now. Sorry, if he had finished P5, if he hadn't game over to Boskuma and left, he would still be in a pretty good position. But as it stands now, it's anyone's game. Oh, gotta take a death here, though. No, just barely survived it. That's 5-7 for you. But, yeah. You're gonna be seeing a chiropractor for that. Oh, what? He passed up the magic level? Really? With Fire Thunder? Okay. Hope he doesn't game over. I could see potentially wanting attack 7. I could see that. Because you can't... I mean... No, don't do this. Don't do this. Oh no. No. Okay, so... he was casting Thunder over and over again, but he doesn't have fast casting, so he had to pause the game like 4 times. And then he only got like 130 experience or something. Not worth it. Especially when you're going to be facing Barba, right? And Barba's going to be worth like at least 300 experience. You're going to kill stuff on the way over to Barba, and you're probably going to fight another Rebanak before you get there. You haven't found him yet, so you don't really need to kill those bubbles, even if you are desperate for that level. Oh wow, Rikuplayer getting knocked in the correct direction, not dying, and cross-product finding the fairy required room in P6. This is probably going to lead to the other Rebanak, which is probably going to lead to the boss. Oh, but we got another fall location first, so hopefully he makes his jump correctly. He decides not to chance it. He's going to cast his fairy. Oh, he is mad at the point bag drop? That's funny. It's getting close. See, the thing is, with cross product, there's no way he can get two level. No, there's nothing over there. Go back. I've made that mistake before. Don't worry, cross product. Where are you going, cross product? You came from there, didn't you? What's going on? You just don't want to find the boss? Was that a loop, or did he just not want to go to the boss? Because this is probably bad if you drop down here. Alright, well, we haven't seen through the fairy hole, I don't think, so this could be the boss through here. Anyway, cross product doesn't need any more experience, because the minimum that Barba can give... Okay, so he found Barba. Good. I was wrong for a second. I probably didn't notice a loop or something. Meanwhile, Rikuplayer is trying to find the red jar. There it is, but it doesn't have the life spell, so probably going to die anyway. Okay, so I'm actually kind of dumb. After placing the gem, cross product will get 2 levels out of this dungeon, because I think the minimum that Barba can give is 300 experience. And he's trying to take this super cautiously, like super cautiously, only getting 1 attack on that particular cycle. And looks like only 1 attack on this cycle. Oh, managed to get the second one. You can jump over the fire without moving to the next platform, though. Probably is too nervous to do that right now, though. Yeah, it was a vanilla pre-Barba, but I don't think he had to fight the other Rebanak, so in a way it was different. Yeah, cross product does have jump, so he could have finished this in 1 cycle with a jackhammer technique. But he seems a little too nervous for all that right now. 1 more hit. And he's not going to go for it this time, hoping that gets closer. And there's the hit. Don't jump into lava. After all that. Okay. Okay, he really wants that attack level. I mean, I don't blame him, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a possibility, but he has jump, I think. Or maybe not. He hasn't turned in, like, medicine as a child. Yeah, all things considered, Rikuplayer has collected a lot more items and is technically ahead right now. Yeah, of course. Yeah, like I mentioned before, I haven't seen too much of cross-product playing before, so I didn't know if that was just my own ignorance, or maybe he can't make the weeklies and he plays at other times. Someone like Buzz Thunder, he almost never plays in the weeklies, but he's still quite excellent. So I I don't necessarily like assume that someone is less experienced just because I don't know about them. I mean, I knew about Buzz Thunder, but that's just because he's a cool guy. Oh no, Rikuplayer taking the death. Plenty of lives left, but that's the worst time to take a death, right before you kill the enemy. Oh, Rikuplayer hasn't turned into medicine yet? That's interesting, considering it seemed like Rikuplayer wanted life really bad. Okay, Rikuplayer playing super conservative right now. Although maybe not quite as conservative as crossproduct. No, I'm sure you didn't roll a bad seed. And I just realized I've been listening to this entire game without any audio. I've just been talking in the silence. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I mean, if cross-product is new and I just, you know, was not aware, I mean, he's doing a lot better than I did when I first started. I'm wondering what cross-product is going to do for his next level up. He's going to be facing Boskuma. It looks like he's trying to build up his experience so he can get past the 2800 barrier. I'm wondering if he's going to try for the magic level or the sword level. Alright, so we still have P2 for Rikuplayer. Should be very easy to finish that palace off. And both of these players will have very comfortable levels in Great Palace. I mean, it's not 888, but it's still pretty good. These players, I think, are really wishing they had life. But I mean... Oh no, you should have thundered that guy if you wanted experience. That's for 300. This guy too. That's 600 experience. Oh no, dude. The little Zoras are worth almost nothing. It's the Scorpions that are usually worth a lot more. Alright, last level for Riku before GP. Lamgwin. Alright, Rikuplayer getting a little life drop off of that enemy, but not even caring, not turning around. Yeah, I can commiserate with that. Rikuplayer going for the experience, even though there's like literally no way. Yeah, I think he just killed those guys for fun. Okay. Yeah, there's no way you're getting 6,000 experience in P2. No way. Yeah, funny enough, cross-product would actually... Yeah. If he keeps these, this experience and is able to defeat Boss Guma, he'll be able to get attack 7 and, let's say, magic 6 or 7 and life 7 or 8 by the time he gets to GP. So almost 888. It'll be 877 or 868. 877 is probably a better choice. Alright, good fight from Rikuplayer. No bops. The last gem will be placed momentarily, giving Rikuplayer attack 7 probably. Yeah, it was attack 7 at 6,000. Oh, no! Crossproduct almost jumped into the lava for that. I've had that. He wants more experience, though. Seems like a dangerous place to farm experience. It'd be safer inside the dungeon. Yeah, see, here's your experience right here. Getting the level up. So he's gonna have 788. Probably. Because he's gonna have 788, or he's gonna do like something a little bit time inefficient and get 877. But I don't think he's gonna do that. So it's probably 788. Alright, now remember at the beginning of this seed, we talked about not forgetting what GP was? Yeah. That's not GP. Yeah, I do this all the time, but he's heading in the right direction, I think. It was like, oh, had a little bit of a hiccup there. I'll say it again then. Okay, that's not where GP is. Maybe I should refresh my page, because I'm not getting anything from crossproduct right now. Has crossproduct's stream frozen for everyone else? Okay. Oh, Rikuplayer has found GP. Oh, that's a thing. Notice how the blade beam is traveling up and down, even though it's the same blade beam. That's kind of weird. I think that has to do with the way the sprites are managed. And is this weird for anyone else but me? I'm refreshing my stream. Okay, it was just the forced refresh that was really messing up my stream. Sorry about that little aside, everyone. Hopefully, crossproduct, hopefully a stream comes back up soon. Well, the cross coming into play for Rikuplayer. I guess he got that at some point, because he could see the invisible Moas. I didn't remember him getting that, but I guess he had to. Yeah, he got it in like P6, I think. Okay. So I'm just going to put that on this tracker real quick. The invisible Moas in P6 are not that much of a threat. But it's nice to see him no matter what. Those invisible Moas could be a threat, potentially in the fun rooms. I don't see that too often in this flag set. I'm gonna refresh my my screen again. Hopefully things will work out. Okay, cool. I can see both sides, and no more wonking around. Wow, these slimes must die. Well, worked out. Got a red jar, and I'll be seeing that again. Okay, we find Thunderbird. Oh no, don't do it. I cast Thunder twice. If he was going to try to defeat Thunderbird with Thunder, you need to cast it like 64 times or something. It's or a lot. You need to cast it a lot. Well, you say that's pretty quick, but we still have to get to Dark Link. Having an early Thunderbird's not the greatest, but I wasn't really able to see the path that Rikuplayer took to the palace, so I don't know about how much more to expect from this palace. I don't know if Rikuplayer took a bunch of drops, made a bunch of decisions. If he did take a bunch of drops and make a bunch of decisions, then Dark Link could be pretty soon. He's not going to want to take this drop, because this drop could take him behind. And there's Dark Link. Okay, well, no life spell. Try not to get hit. Hope he has another life. And no bops yet. Dark Link can be very persistent about it, though, so you never want to rule him out. And there you go. A perfect fight. Like I said, you know, it's an easy fight against Dark Link, but he can just jump on you and be almost impossible to avoid, so good stuff. Alright, let's see if he'll come inside for an interview. Hey, how's it going, Riku?
It's going.
You got your win?
Yeah, that was a seed there.
So I heard you got burned on Death Mountain once in the past.
Yep, I sure have. A few times.
Did that experience factor into some decisions today?
I had a feeling that the glove was in Death Mountain, but I wanted to rule out the palaces just because I could clear them as well at the same time with my levels, so
Right.
just didn't make sense. And I was lucky that 3 wasn't glove blocked. I don't even think 6. Oh, the 6 was glove blocked right off the start, so I'm glad I didn't go into there without the glove.
Oh yeah, I was wondering if you're going to try to check Palace 6 or something for the glove, and it seemed like you guys were maybe going to try to get life at some point, but I'm kind of glad you didn't go for it.
No, I didn't need it with Fire Thunder.
Yeah. It's like the best offense... the best defense is literally controlling the elements.
Yeah. Other than that, finding the Valley of Death was probably the most annoying part of the entire seed.
Oh yeah, I didn't say your official SRL time. Do you mind if I put it in?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Real quick. Yeah, so Rikuplayer finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 6 seconds. To get your GGs in chat if you haven't already. That's a little late, but you know, better late than never. Most racers don't get to hear that part, so.
And I was really upset about Palace 2. I went in there, I dug through it so much, found probably every room in Palace 2.
Nice. Well, yeah, and then was that... I didn't actually see... You did Palace 2 early on?
I did it after... I did it as my second Palace, and it was glove blocked.
Yikes,
at the very end, and I kind of knew as soon as I got through that glove block room, it would be the boss right away. So a little bit upset about that.
Well, you know, you did get through it eventually, and how worried were you? Like, you know, this is a pretty long race as far as races go.
Yeah. I was feeling pretty good coming into this race. I was really worried about the Death Mountain thing. I had my last seed I did took me 2 hours because it was one of those Death Mountains that Hammer Cave and the Rock were both one-off cave. There's only one cave that led to them. And those are the worst death mountains. I hate those. So I was really thankful that this one was just a boot blocked one.
Oh yeah, and as far as boot blocked hammer caves go, you know, it was in a kind of obvious spot in a way. You know, it could have been hidden someplace really crazy, you know, deep inside there, but you know, it's just, you know, head straight south and, you know, straight on till morning basically.
Yeah, I saw that one cave down there and I was like, you know, that's probably gonna be my hammer cave all the way down there when I saw it.
I was afraid. It seemed like you skipped a couple of the caves up in the very north. I was afraid you were gonna have to make a decision to either, you know, take whatever pasture cave you find in the far south, or, you know, walk all the way back north again. But it turned out to be the hammer cave, and so that, you know, that was great. But yeah, so what other kinds of awesomeness was this seed providing for you today?
Well, the big thing was just getting that fire thunder, and like there was those the scorpions were worth 300 each.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, through that cave to get to the Valley of Death, so I was just like, okay, well, I'll kill them on the way. Doesn't really hurt.
Yeah, and it's only like one thunder for each of those guys, right?
Yeah, it was only one thunder for each of them. And then the Zalfos were also 300. Yeah, they took 2 thunders, but when your thunder costs 9, who cares?
Seriously.
That's why I finished with 778, I think, at the end there.
I think crossproduct was going for sword levels at first, and you know, he was going for that sort of grind. And you know, when you're doing that and you come across, you know, fire thunder, you're like, oh well, time to give up on that. And fortunately, he did cast fire. He did, you know, discover what it was. Because if he didn't realize that it was fire thunder, could you imagine? Oh, there's the trophy. Oh. The trophy was in an obvious spot all along.
Yeah, I found out where the trophy was, and I knew I didn't need it because of the spells I had already, so I just skipped it. The only items I didn't get were the trophy and the cross in the entire seed.
Oh, you didn't get the cross? You had visible Moas and GP.
Yeah, GP has the visible ones. It's just on the overworld that they aren't visible.
I know there's an invisible ones GP too. Maybe that's random. I don't know.
It might be. But yeah, like, I didn't pick up the cross. The cross was in 6. I saw the item room, and I just walked right away from that.
Yeah. Well, you know, GG on that. So that's your second win, so you're in the brackets now.
Yep. Gonna have to start practicing that flag set now.
Yeah, what's that? They just basically take away the candle and they mix small and large, right? That's the only change, really?
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
It's not much changes.
Yeah. I mean, mix small and large makes everything more fun.
Yeah, it makes everything. Oh, and also the overworld encounters are all... The tiles can be different.
Oh, yeah, that one too. So roads can be unsafe too.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of mixing up those, because it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm in a swamp. Why am I now in a graveyard? You know? But... whatever. You know, it's one more thing to keep track of as a randomizer player, so that's fun. Alright, and it looks like crossproduct is heading into his last palace. I think this should be palace 2. Just like you. End up doing P2 last.
Yeah, it sounds like from what he's saying, it was very similar our way through the seed.
Yeah, for I think the first 10 or 20 minutes you guys were pretty close. He was a little bit behind you, but you were doing pretty much the same thing. And then definitely now at the end. And I think you took your palaces in pretty much the same order. He didn't get a lot of the spell items that you got, I don't think. I don't think he got the Child of Medicine. Which, I guess it's a little weird that he didn't find those. Were they in I think those were in like an early palace or something.
Child was in a really weird cave on Western Hyrule. You had to go north, and it was just in a big swamp area. And I saw it when I was walking over in that area before, and I couldn't get to it. You had to go from the bottom up.
Oof. Yeah, that's a weird place for a kid to be. I mean, is he just like a rock climbing like champion?
I guess. And then the medicine is in 2, so if he didn't explore 2 at all yet, that's why I went out the medicine.
Right. Yeah, so, oh wow, he's actually going to pick up 888. Maybe. Because, I say maybe because his next level is 7,620. That could just be Life 9. Hopefully not.
I'm pretty sure that's the magic level there.
Oh, yeah. Some Magic 9?
Or sorry, I got magic 7, so it might be the life level. I don't even know. I didn't see what attack 8 would have been for me.
Well, I want to see 888 here, so hopefully he doesn't take Life 9. It'll make GP faster at least.
Also, at the end of GP,
yep.
After I beat Thunderbird, it was a neon drop.
You didn't think for a second to take it, right?
I was thinking about taking it because I always take the neon drop, but I was like, no, I have to check this other side because if that doesn't lead to it, I'm gonna be looping back somewhere or have to run around everywhere.
Yeah, it could have been real bad.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, I've just got checked just in case. In my Dark Link fight, I had a sliver of health after beating Thunderbird.
So now I know Rikuplayer always takes Eon Drop. This is now in my library of facts that I will use against you in some race sometime.
Alright, and then the Eon Drop is always going to lead to the Thunderbird.
Yeah, probably. It seems to. Anytime I don't take it, at least.
Well, every time, the past few seeds I've had has the Eon Drop, and then when you walk to the right, it's dead end room. So you have to go back and take the Eon Drop anyways.
Yeah, and with Fire Thunder, you can get yourself into a hairy situation, and Crossproduct sort of almost got himself in that situation just now. If you're jumping and you cast Thunder and you don't kill one of the enemies with that Thunder, it'll stop your momentum and you'll just fall. And that always happens right over a pile of lava, so a pool of lava. That could have just happened a second ago, but fortunately it didn't. So what else you got going on? Any other gaming stuff you're streaming or
all kinds of stuff? I've got all kinds of stuff, but mostly I'm gonna be practicing Zelda 2 now that I've secured my way into the brackets. I gotta get as much practice in as I can.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You know, there's gonna be some tough competitors in the brackets.
Oh wow, I think Crossproduct was deciding whether he wanted to get the last item in the game or not. Or one of the last items. Oh, he was hoping it was a heart container. I see. Yeah, gosh, there's a lot of nasty competitors. You know, you got your Unoses, you got your Dig Shakes, but you don't... Let's see, the people with the worst score are going to be facing the people with the best score in the beginning, right? So you're going to want to pick up that extra win.
Yeah.
But then again, I think Dig Shake has a loss. I think Unos has a loss, so...
Thankfully, I can't fight Dig Shake again in the tournament for at least until the brackets.
Oh god. You had him earlier? I forgot about that, sorry.
Yeah, I had him round 2. So...
Not good. So did you win?
Yeah, Dig Shake beat me.
Yeah. I think Dig Shake would beat just about everyone. Except Unos, apparently. In brackets round 1. That was crazy. Alright, we got ourselves a helmet head here. Should be a quick fight. And I guess we're gonna see if if he's going to pick up 888 or if he's going to actually get a life level 9 or something. And I feel like GP could have been really bad, and you just kind of breezed through it. You know, you made all the right decisions. I didn't get to see a lot of your GP because there was some refreshing and stuff going on. But was it the meta route you took?
I just kept on. When I saw the route that usually people say go left at with the ferry on the right side, I just went down there. I never go left there. And usually leads to a right down, so I never go left at that ferry room. I always go down because it usually leads to a right, and then if that doesn't lead anywhere, I'll go back up and go that way. But yeah, going that way, it led to the Jackam's room eventually. It was a very straightforward GP unless you took the left there or you went down at the Jackamus room.
Yeah, I don't really go left at ferry room either. I'll take that elevator down because it's quicker to go down than to go up in that elevator, and then hopefully that leads somewhere. Is crossproduct okay? He's forfeiting. Okay, it seems like he's forfeiting, but he hasn't actually put it in the IRC chat yet. I don't think.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
I'm good. This one was pretty fun. I always appreciate the 9-cost Thunder Seeds.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely nice. I do have to inform you that you missed out on delicious scorpion legs. The scorpions were 300 experience each too, and only took 1 thunder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you got your 888 anyway, so it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah. There are a couple things I could have done better. Like, I could have been not scared to go into Death Mountain since I already had boots. It would have been a good play. Also, like, if you can get do some Death Mountain early, it's good for the early game XP grind. I died to Goomba. That was pretty awful. That's the worst part. Like, everyone says that Carrick is a bad boss design. I think Gooma's worse. It's like you run up to hit him, and he either backs off and you miss, or he moves up and you hit him. Like, you just basically run up and it's a coin flip whether you hit him or not. Or I just don't know what I'm doing.
No, you can definitely get a good rhythm. I would say safe strats aren't really as safe as you might think they are. I think that being
That's
aggressive is about as safe. As long as you have the rhythm for both, they're about equally safe. I practice boss Kuma before all my matches, though. I've got like a seed loaded up where I've got like 1 attack, and
that's a good idea. Before my last race, the one last week, I actually attempted a 1-attack challenge run.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got up to Barba, and then didn't have time to finish before the race started.
Another tip is you can set magic to like no cost, so you can just cast life as much as you want without having to,
Oh, that's good. Yeah, to practice. It's a good idea.
Yeah, and despite how much I practice jackhammering Barba as well, I haven't really managed to do it in this tournament so far.
Oh yeah, I usually get like 5 or 6 hits in. Yo, I found the pea bag cave or whatever. Or no, the heart cave, I think.
Yeah.
See what's in here.
Having a look around the overworld.
It might be a heart. Nah, I just forgot where the palace was. I have it marked on my map as like somewhere northeast of P1, but it's a kid.
Yeah, it was kind of in the center.
I'll have a tea party with the kid.
That'd be interesting. An interesting spell item, just a bag of tea. Oh yeah, I can see on your
bag of tea. Yeah, I like this sprite. That's pretty cute. I like how she rides the teacup for the downstab.
Yeah,
I always like to try out a new one every time I play.
That's good. Hopefully Digshake will update it, because there's a lot of sprites waiting in the wings.
Oh yeah, cool. I better try them all before the new ones come out, because once you get So like Link to the Past, and you've got 50 different sprites, and it's kind of hard to try all of them.
Yeah. Oh, there's your tea party. I can see it now. Nice. There's a little bit of a delay, but
Gotcha. There it is.
yeah. So you still have a chance to make it in the brackets, though. You were at 3-1 today, right? So you just need to get a win next week, and you can make it in the brackets.
That'd be cool. I mean, I wasn't expecting to make it to brackets. My goal was to get one win, and the only reason I won last week due to circumstances beyond my control, so I can't really take pride in that.
Right.
So I don't count that. But if I win next week, then I will accomplish my goal and get into Whatcha-Who's-Its.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I've got 3-1, or sorry, 1-3. So it's down to the wire for me too.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I
my
messed up
thought.
last game, and my first 2 games were against some pretty hardcore opponents.
Nice. I feel like I'm good enough at Zelda 2 to be good at the like at least middle of the pack. But my routing is just so bad, and I take so long to find things.
Oh yeah, routing is really important. Even if you're playing super well, if you've got bad routing, you're going to be like 10 or more minutes behind everyone else. Crazy how much of an effect routing has.
It makes sense. I mean, I think that routing is a bigger separator in Z2 than it is for Z3. Because in Z3, there are only so many things that you can really do, and then there are only so many different ways to route a seed. But in Z3, there's only so many different ways that you can route the game, right? Because it doesn't shuffle the map around. Like if you were to do entrance shuffle or something, then that would be a different story. But I detest entrance shuffle.
Yeah, I think the graphics are too detailed to do something like that. You're like, oh, I was in the desert. Now what? I'm in a swamp. What's going on? But with Zelda 2, because the graphics in the world are so abstract. Yeah. It's a little bit more believable. But
so today I learned that when you cast Thunder, it despawns projectiles. So that was pretty convenient.
Yeah. Oh, did you just hear that today, or? No,
I just figured it out while playing.
Oh, nice! I was actually throwing that tip down in case you didn't know that, and you watched the restream back. I was like throwing that tip out there. I think a lot of Zelda 2 randomizer players, even the good ones, don't necessarily know that yet.
Right, because it's not the kind of thing that you cast it once in the entire run if you're speedrunning, right?
Right.
And if you're slow, maybe you'll despawn one of T-Bird's fireballs.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons.
It gets to that point when you've messed it up.
That's one of the reasons why I don't cast Thunder immediately on T-Bird. So I, just in case there's some lucky fireball that was going to come down on my head or something like that, I'll have despawned it.
Oh.
It's just a tiny little safety thing. It doesn't really make much difference, probably. Well, you're making your way through this GP. So you play a lot of Zelda 3 and Metroid 3?
More Super Metroid, but I do play Link to the Past a little bit. I'm a big fan of the combo rando. I definitely say I like Super Metroid better than Zelda 3, though. Although I was, Zelda 3 rando was, it was more fun for me personally when it was early on and people were still figuring things out. Now, like, the entire game is down to a science. Like, do this. Yeah. It's basically it's a science or program. You follow the Rikuplayer. Thanks for the host. You follow the formula and you successfully route Zelda 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that Zelda 2 gets randomized so much.
Yeah, I kind of hate fighting T-Bird without jump. Wow.
Oh yeah, I think people normally do the pendulum strats. Although you still have some magic, so you could have, at least on my stream, you still have some magic, so you could have Thunder queued up to block some projectiles.
Good idea. Do that right now. Does it hurt him? Or?
It does, and you don't want to kill him with it because it'll soft lock the game.
I do want to see that.
But it like barely hurts him. You have to cast a lot of it. The only reason I know that you can kill him with it is because, like I said, I made that seed where I made the magic free, and so I just continuously cast it over and over until he died.
Nice.
You'd have to really try hard to do it in any kind of normal seed, even with Thunderfire. Yeah, there's a formula in Zelda 2, Victor. Go right. Go right to find the boss.
I want that. Oh, wow. I shouldn't have forfeited. This is
Yeah.
Did I re-enter, or is it too late? Like, is it BM now because we've been talking about it?
I think once you're in the booth, it's pretty much it's pretty much done. I don't know where the line is, but I'm pretty sure we're over.
That's fine. It's not like you said go right after. You did though. You actually literally just said go right as I went right and found.
Oh well, I meant in general, but yeah.
Oh well,
that's pretty funny.
See, I actually thought about taking that drop there before Dark Link.
I've once heard it said, "Don't take drops after T-Bird."
Yeah, it's usually a bad idea. Sometimes
you always take the Eon drop.
That's what you say. Man, I love the animations on this girl, on her sprite. It's so cool. You can really see her thwacking that bowl against that other chick's head right now.
Zelda?
Oh no, the town lady. Sorry, I'm still a few seconds behind you. But you got it done, so you know, on stream, everyone sees your glorious victory.
That was pretty adventuresome, I gotta say. I don't know if I'd say it's my most adventuresome quest, but it was pretty adventurous.
Yeah, the word that's only ever used in this game. Never, ever, anywhere else, ever.
It's used in Link and Zelda Paleon of Catalina.
You've played it?
I'm on the 9th dungeon right now. I'm about to play it right now. What?
Is that a hack or something?
It's a quest for Zelda Classic. That's what it is.
Right. That's one of the good ones, right? Yeah, I used to do some Zelda Classic.
GC really likes it. He got me to start playing it.
I made some tiles for Zelda Classic. I don't think anyone ever used them though. Made me sad. It was a long time ago. But yeah, man. So you're gonna be running some Zelda Classic after this?
Yeah. I'm pretty far into the game now.
So guys, if you haven't heard of Zelda Classic, this is to all our viewers. Go ahead and jump into CrossProduct's channel and give it a look-see. It's pretty awesome. Is that not the right thing to say right there?
What? No, the music was kind of loud when I started up the game.
So like Zelda Classic is basically Zelda 1, but with a bunch of stuff from like Zelda 3 in it, and some other random stuff. So and you can like make your own quests. You can turn items and features on and off. So you can really customize your thing, and they often have custom graphics. And you know, they
custom items. Like this one's got items from Twilight Princess.
Jeez. Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. I haven't played it in forever, but I think I've seen this one. You have Zelda with you in this game, don't you?
Yeah, it's almost like kind of like Goof Troop.
It looks really complicated, but I've seen it in play, and it's not actually that complicated when you're playing it. I don't think.
Nah, the complicated thing about it is that the game requires more buttons than my controller has, so I had to do some key combination shenanigans and join the key, but...
Nice. Well, I think that's gonna be the end of this particular stream. I'd like to thank, of course, both of you, Rikuplayer and Crossproduct, for joining us and allowing us to stream you.
Yeah, thanks for doing the commentary. Absolutely. Happy to play the game. I love this game. And here's a tidbit: Zelda 2 was the first game that I ever bought with my own money.
Really? Nice.
Yep. I bought it at a used video game store called Video Time.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. The first brand new NES game that I bought with my own money was The Empire Strikes Back, but that's not the first game I bought with my own money. I don't remember what that one was.
Ah.
All right. And, I'd like to really thank Norinoto for having us, for doing the restream for us and for helping organize things. And Shirley and, where is it? Yeah, there we go. Miocard for doing the tracking. So thank you very much to you guys. And, of course, the Zelda speedrun community and everyone watching, who are probably the most important people. Now, because, we wouldn't be streaming at all if there's no one watching. Although I guess we'd have to stream because we need proof. Anyway. Yeah. So go join Crossproduct to check out Zelda Classic, or you can check out some of the other things going on Zelda speedruns. I believe there's a 4-way race going on in the primary channel, Zelda speedruns just alone. So if you want to check out that 4-way race, there's also that. And I think that's going to be it.
Yep.
So...
Have a wonderful evening, everybody. May all of your quests be adventuresome.
Yes. Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. And after this, I'm going to send you over to the main channel if you'd like to do that. So have a good night, everyone, or morning or day. And we'll catch you later. Thanks. Bye.